Booyakasha! Welcome back to another episode of You Can't Handle the Heat. It's your boy G Swizz. Join Chokesy. Chokesy, how we doing, brother?
I'm doing awesome. Getting ready to head on the road for the 5th week straight. We only play away matches. Yeah, that's another story.
When you
play home next week for the first time this year. Sixth week of season.
That's brutal.
So,
Mike,
the second leg of your season, you're gonna be home a lot.
Yeah. Oh, we're only home.
That's sick, though. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's like all home matches for the second half. So
hopefully, it can hit a hot streak.
Yeah, if anybody's paying attention to the Fighting Lunaburgers, it's been a rough couple weeks for us.
The Burger Boys.
The burgers.
Joe and his Burger Boys.
It's been a rough couple weeks for us. Injuries, not winning. It's just like, yeah, rough.
Not how you start, it's how you finish, bro. And hey, Micah, by the way.
True.
Hey, Micah, how we doing?
What's up? Sorry. What's up, boys?
Nah, it's not your fault. Hey, before we start this podcast, just want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Dr. Price's Electrolytes. Add us some 20% off. Again, click the link in the bio. And also, support the bar.
Dr. P's V's.
Dr. P's V's for your... Hey, you can't get it up. Dr. P's Electrolytes. Dr. P's V's. Having trouble with that. I'm not gonna announce anything, but there's a huge podcast news coming up here. Who's air? Is someone blasting air conditioning or something? There's a lot of static in the back. Did anyone hear that?
Oh, it's my dryer.
I can kind of hear that. Yeah.
It's my washer.
Oh, Joe, you're ruining the podcast. You're
Let me close the door.
Shit.
Let me close the door.
God. I'm not cutting this out. This is live. Hey, Micah,
No,
how
we're
you
not
doing,
cutting
man?
this out at all.
Micah, how you doing, man?
I'm officially a COVID survivor.
Really?
Yeah.
After, oh yeah. For all the people out there, people are gonna say
Bessa?
to me, like, because they were talking about because you and Destin were talking about last week about the right vaccination. People are gonna be getting on you about that now, dude.
Oh yeah, I accept my whatever comes, you know.
My fate.
Yeah, you make decisions and then you live with it that come your way, and you don't. It's not like I'm over here complaining or anything.
Mad respect to you. Wait, you got a beard? Do you have a beard? Or is that
I
your
do
shadow?
have like a.
I thought.
I don't know what kind of beard it is. I always like grow out a beard and then like take my time in shaving it off. So I'll do some chops or like, and then I would go to the goatee and then maybe the stash and then I'll start fresh again.
So are you going No Shave November?
I don't know what I'm gonna do. Zana might be here in November, so.
Is that a no-go?
I don't know if that's up for debate.
Does she not like any facial hair, or does she prefer like a certain type of facial hair?
No, she just doesn't like any of it. Which is why when she's gone, I kind of do whatever the heck I want.
But you should just like start curling the end of your mustaches.
It could get to that point. It definitely could.
Can you guys tell that I have facial hair at all or no?
It's hard to tell with
God damn it.
you.
I was going to say, hey, should I shave for my game tomorrow or what should I do?
I can't see. You have facial hair?
Dude, I do. Look at this.
Oh,
Sorry if you're listening on
gosh.
Spotify. Just hear this.
You have a game tomorrow, Gage?
My first match. My coach comes up to me. He's like, he always calls me, everyone here calls me Little American Boy or the American Boy. They call me Gagey. Come here, Little American Boy. Yeah, they do. And then he comes up to me. They always like if you know any Eastern Europeans, they have this little head bob that they kind of do. Like, for example, he's like, tomorrow you play, we will see if you'll become star or if you basically say if I suck. I'm like, thanks, coach. I'm gonna play well. Thanks for the love and everything like that. Yeah, tomorrow's our first match. Also,
dude, the Bulgarian coach. Before you go further, the Bulgarian coaches are brutal.
Oh god.
Like when you were talking about last week about how with Dustin, I apologize first of all, I couldn't be on. Gage scheduled a pod for when I was in the middle of a match, so it was a little difficult for me to be on.
Joe's at a track meet.
I was at a dude. So, but I was here. I was listening, and I listened to the podcast of you talking about your Serbian coach, not Serbian coach, your Bulgarian coach.
Mm-hmm.
and how he wants you to treat like the younger players, and it's so ridiculous. But it makes sense. Like you hear about Eastern Europe, and you hear about the Eastern Bloc. If you look at like the Carolis, who were long time the U.S. women's national team for the gymnastics program, the lead coaches came from Romania, and just the style that they used, it's like very, very apparent of why they're successful, but also why they struggle, or why their athletes struggle later on in life. I would say, because it works. I mean, that way it 100% works. Like being like that much of a hard ass, and some people will disagree with me, but that way 100% will work. Like you'll get the best athletes will, like the most mentally tough athletes will stick it out, and there's a reason why that works. So
it's not like a one size fits all, but like you said, it will find the diamond in the rough. It will sort out the top. Now for all athletes, a lot of people, 99.99 Americans will not survive in that environment.
That's not true. I don't think that's true,
dude. I'm telling you, bro.
That's all. No, I think more won't than will, but I think. Because the thing is, the precedent isn't set there. Like, the culture isn't there right now for it to be successful. Like, like, if you go to a program like that where you don't really have a say and you just follow in line with what everybody else does and what the more experienced athletes and coaches do, then you just there's athletes who are able to do that. But once, like, some people, like, speak out about it and the coaches aren't as tough or don't have as high of expectations, then you just are allowed to get by with stuff. I feel like if the expectations are there, a lot more people, and the culture's there that it is in Eastern Europe, that is the recipe for it to succeed, if that makes sense.
Do you think how to put this? In America, it's hard to go. Like let's say if you're an Eastern European and you go to America and you try and start that culture, that'd be so hard to start that because people are a lot softer in America when it comes to any sport, anything like that. So could you go there and could you start that right now?
The other thing is, I mean, you're learning right now, I'm sure, is just the resources that you have in American athletics, and that the families from the junior level up, even at the university level, everybody talks about it. Once you leave college, let's just talk about volleyball right now, since that's what we're in. Once you leave college volleyball, you're never going to have a better situation ever in the rest of your career than you did in college. Whether it's from like training staff to access to advisors to psychologists to facilities, food, living situation. Like nothing's going to be that easy. And you're in college, so you just you don't have a whole lot of responsibilities.
Dude, I got two things to say about that. First of all, I'll just say, we have a new locker room. It's actually, super nice. But, stuff for example, I was going to the bathroom today, and there was toilet paper there. And that got me excited because usually we don't have toilet paper or anything like that. I'm like, just stuff like that that you don't even think about. Also, they don't have pre-wrap here. I don't know how you guys have in your other, Germany and Poland, but, pre-wrapped, tape. So, for example, I remember I started bleeding in practice. I got a cut. The scout, because we don't have, a trainer or anything that takes me back. He gets out this ribbony tape that I'm like, what the hell is that? Just takes a bunch of alcohol, just throws it on my wound, just throws a bunch of alcohol on there, and then he just starts puts a Band-Aid on, and then he has this ribbon tape. It's not like athletic tape that I've ever seen before. That just starts taping straight onto my skin. It just gets I'm like, what the hell? Also, I just learned about my scout. Funny fact. I was asking.
Explain what your scout is. People because people don't know what scout.
Oh, okay.
So you say scout to kids in the U.S.
Just think as someone who just does the stats and everything like that. It's the person who does live stats and does the scout report as your
video scout.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So I don't know how you guys had it in your clubs.
Such a funny word that we're using, scout. It's like a military and we're using it.
Scouting the enemy. He's scouting the enemy.
Yeah, he scouts the enemy and he comes back and tells us what to do against them.
Dude, this guy is I love my scout. Well, he can definitely. Well, I won't get into that, but he's this small 5'3" Bulgarian guy, and I remember I was talking to Jore, our captain. I'm like, his name's Vladdy. I was like, does Vladdy he's been to a lot of clubs, and George is scouted for a lot of clubs, and George just looks at me and just starts laughing. He's like, no,
He's like, I was like, how did he get started then? He's like 3 years ago. I was playing Counter-Strike, and I friended with Vladdy. And we were gaming together, and halfway through the year, our scout leaves, and I was friended with Vladdy, who knew nothing about volleyball. And he's like, yeah. He's like, you want to be our scout? So we took a bunch of courses really, really quick, and he started being the scout for the team 3 years ago. Never knew anything about volleyball. Never knew played once. But that's how he got it. Dude, I literally the stories I have. It's I always come here on this podcast with like a bunch of stories every single week. There's like 3 different things. I've started journaling them, and I started writing like not like actually what happened because I know like what happened here, but like pinpointing everything that happened. Like everything that happened. So like I'll be able to like I'll remember each day where I'm like, okay, this happened.
It's so ridiculous.
It's crazy.
People are so willing to just like to like up and change their life like this. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah, why not?
Like he's like, yeah, I'll like. What was he doing before that?
I don't know.
Like in America, you'd be hard pressed to find somebody to be like, oh yeah, I'll just stop whatever I'm doing, take courses, and become a scout for volleyball. Like I didn't have anything else I was planning on doing with my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's also technically our assistant coach as well, I guess. I mean, and he hopped in when we didn't have enough guys. He was playing middle back. He's playing middle back. I'm not even kidding, dude. Like, it was so. Oh man.
There's 2 things. One, first of all, the scouts are always like the coolest guys on the coaching staff, like, but hands down, they're always like the coolest guys that I've found. And also, you should see these guys work. It is crazy the speed that they can scout games at, and the stuff they're doing is like remarkable. Like sometimes I love just sitting behind scouts. Just it's crazy. Like there's nobody in the U.S. who can even compare. I mean, obviously the national team scouts are on that level, but there's no like university scouts that I've seen that can do it at that level, at the level that some of these like international clubs are doing it. And then 2, what you brought up, Micah, and I found this out really early, I feel like. More so because I was living on the border of Switzerland last year, or the past 2 years. And it's really like, this is like, I firmly believe just from meeting people in towns nearby, that people in Europe work to live like a certain lifestyle rather than in like America. You see people like work because that is their life. I feel like their job is their lifestyle, where in Europe they just want to figure out a job to make sure that they can travel, to make sure they can go hang out with friends on the weekends. And that's why they have like Sunday, there's all these like crazy rules that Americans find to be ridiculous, like Sundays are off and all these random holidays and all these special rules, and they take full advantage of it.
Yeah, it's super
true. And we're like,
true.
why? Like in the US, if you're taking that amount of time off, you're getting your ass fired in most jobs.
Yeah.
Where in Europe, it's like our weight coach has been out for 3 weeks. I'm like, how is our weight coach just gone for 3 weeks? I don't understand how that happens. But that's like basically like I found that out really, and people in Switzerland and southern Germany, I realized this really quickly. It's like they just work so that they can live this lifestyle that they want, and work isn't it really part of their, they wouldn't,
I know what you're saying.
I don't know what the exact terminology is, but they wouldn't like characterize it as like a part of them in a way, if that makes sense. Rather than in the US, you talk to somebody, the first thing they do is talk about their job.
Yeah,
that's true. What do you do for work? That's a good point.
Yeah.
I want to kind of swivel this conversation a little bit into a little more recent news. Well, are you guys familiar with the basketball player Mikey Williams, the high school basketball player, phenom?
Yeah.
He played with LeBron James on the Blue Chips with Sun a long time ago. Now has over 2 million followers on Instagram and whatnot. I don't know if you guys are aware, but he just signed a shoe deal with Puma, multi-year shoe deal, and he's still in high school. And that's what I was wondering when all these when all the NAIA stuff came out. I'm like, so can they have endorsements and whatnot? And do you think that, I mean, because in volleyball it's not as big, but do you think any of the top kids in volleyball are getting contacted by these? I mean, obviously not by Puma, Nike, or anything like that. but just anything other than like their dad's friend reached out or like local connections.
Probably not.
Don't volleyball. No way. There's no chance. Not by anything like significant.
But I feel like women's volleyball has got to be like
That's good. That's a good point. Women's volleyball. But
Like
it
women's
is.
volleyball
It's
has
number
got to
one.
be up there.
It's number one women's sport.
Well, that's also why like programs like women's Texas, women's Nebraska, women's Penn State, women's Minnesota, men's Hawaii are gonna have extensive like advantage.
Yeah. I think Long Beach
the current
too.
situation
Long Beach too.
because they'll bring in companies to put in these different packages for the athletes. You'll have a full ride, plus you'll have this deal from all these companies who are willing to invest. At the University of Nebraska, a school where, for the most part, for people who don't know, like athletic departments, they look at sports that like are in the red, and then sports who are like in the black are making money. And obviously, they want to have. I mean, in any business, you want to have more sports that are making money than losing money. So the fact that like these schools that I just named are all schools, to my most knowledge, that are making money for their schools, companies are willing to invest in that too. Because if they are they funneling money into the program, like that means that there's a lot of viewership going into that program. There's a lot of people a lot of eyes on it, a lot of people who care about it, and so companies will invest a lot of money. I've been hearing some kind of crazy things about like Nebraska and Texas, about some of the local companies investing like tens of thousands maybe in the future here into some of these athletes.
Good for them.
Which for volleyball players at the collegiate level is pretty crazy. So
Puma's on the come up, man.
Puma
is on the come up.
It is
for
true.
sure.
It is true.
For
I
sure.
respect that.
After Jay-Z like started taking over, they've been getting a lot of guys.
6 shoes.
We get a lot of guys.
Clydes. Also,
they're gonna sign out of system soon here.
Puma 2-ounce system. Pineapple shoes. The pineapple Pumas. The pivot too. The pivots. Actually getting they don't make those anymore. The Embers. They don't make those anymore, by the way. Also, people always like, what would you guys have gone for? Like the NAIA if we were in college. For me, I would have gone after all the food spots in Hawaii. Everyone's like, oh, you left too early. You should have stayed. I'm like, nah, way more opportunities. And I don't have to do freaking school that I left. But like I'm thinking about it for the first time right now on this podcast. I never really thought about it. I would go after so many food spots and be like, yeah, I'd make like food videos. I wouldn't even care. I'd be like, food TikTok. Where would you guys go after?
So you would care more about his free meals and getting money?
I mean money, yeah, but like I want the food. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it real here. If I can just go to all these food places for free, Joe. Oh yeah, and then I probably get sponsored by like, for example, they went after who was it? Stan Sheriff Bank. The SoFi or whatever. They went after the Hawaii's big players now, which there's not a lot of big Hawaii players on the team right now. Big social media followings. We all kind of graduated, like the big names, right? And I probably would, if I stayed there, they probably would have gone after me. A few players could come after me. So I was like, so I could have made money like that, but then I would have had a side hustle. I would have been going after the foods. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need me a free burrito every day. I need me all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's just me personally. What would you guys have done?
I would have taken the financial route probably more so. Try to look at some company. I mean, they always say that, like, real estate and banks pay the most in sponsorship money. They're willing to invest the most into, like, youth and younger and, like, athletes. For some reason, that is. So obviously in Hawaii, talking to like Bank of Hawaii or Hawaiian Airlines would have been sick.
Ooh, just gonna go Tokyo. Shoots boys.
Just gotta think of big Dole pineapple.
They have Dole. They have Dole freaking. They have Dole pineapples and bananas out here. I was like, no freaking way. But they're from Africa. They're not from actually like. They're not actually from Hawaii. Anyway, I just want to hear your thoughts on that. In other local news, local volleyball news, Mckibbin just had their 4-man with so it was a tournament, right? Was it, how many teams were in the tournament? Do we know any of this information?
I don't know.
So they played, I kind of looked into it briefly. What they did was they had on the first day a qualifier from a bunch of like cities in Texas. So I think they had like Austin, Houston, Dallas. I could be off about that. There's a couple, and they had the Texas teams play off, and the winner of that got put into the bracket with Team Hawaii, Team California, Team Midwest. I think there was one team, and then the last Texas team. I don't understand how. I mean, I understand like his connection, but Taylor Sander being on Team Hawaii.
Yeah, I was curious about that whole situation there.
He was born in Orange County, as far as I'm aware, right?
No, I don't know. Everyone wants to tie themselves to Hawaii. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like in the volleyball world, everyone's like, "Oh, freaking!" Like, all right, we gotta. Come on, we gotta.
Not everybody can be local Joe.
Hey,
Whoa.
we gotta know one. We gotta know one.
Uncle
Who's
Pat
from Hawaii. We gotta know two. Who's Hawaiian? Because there's a difference for people that don't know.
Bro.
And then three, who's neither. Because you can be Hawaiian and not from Hawaii.
Be Hawaiian right here. Be Hawaiian right here.
Oh my god, dude, we go around. I don't. So many people on that freaking trip are like, "Oh, are you with the Hawaii boys?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm with those guys." Oh, yeah, are you from
Hawaii
Hawaii?
brothers?
Are you from Hawaii too? I'm like, no. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm from San Francisco. I'm from the Bay Area.
Bro, we're like, yeah.
So many people.
The Hawaii brothers are like, yeah, we grabbed this guy. He's from California. The Hawaii brothers over here. Don't worry. Everybody calls us the Hawaii brothers.
It's so ridiculous. It's just, and even like, I see like all these photos of like the national team. Everybody's throwing shakas. I don't know why that. I don't know where this became.
What else are you supposed to do with your hands? Also, like shakas are just there's a big Hawaiian culture in the gym, so obviously they're gonna do that. They see like 3 or 4 guys doing it next to them. Like, okay, let's do this.
That's true.
I feel like in California,
I like to do this and this though. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
I do the peace signs now.
No, you like to do like this. You like.
Yeah, I do the peace signs a lot.
Mike does middle finger sometimes too.
But I honestly dude, we gotta get it straight around here. Volleyball world, we gotta get it straight around here. Sick and tired of all this nonsense.
So I didn't understand Taylor Sander being on Team Hawaii.
Taylor does have Polynesian roots.
Totally, yeah, and I get that. Totally.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though.
He's Maori. I think he's Tongan as well.
But I feel like Team like Hawaii and Team it's like where you're born.
Yeah,
I feel like
that's
the way everybody else.
Yeah, we'd have to find out because that's a pretty cheap guy to get to join your team.
Oh yeah.
It'd be way more entertaining if Sander was on the California team too.
The California team had some studs though. It's not like they were lacking in any.
Casey.
Troy, Chase, Casey. Who's their fourth?
Buttinger. No. Buttinger. What's his name? With the mustache.
K-Spear.
K-Spear.
Yeah, K-Spear.
It's a good team.
That's a
but Try, Bourne,
bro.
Taylor
Okay,
Crabb,
all right.
Taylor Sander.
So question. Us three get it. Us three get in it. Who do we pick up?
I was thinking the same thing. I always think that.
We just need somebody big, man. We're so
Oliver Martin. I really like playing with him. That one.
Hey, shout out to Big Ollie.
As long as he's in shape this time, not like sick. As long as there's jail on us.
Big Oliver Martin holds it down. We played in a 4-man, if you want to check it out on YouTube, against Hagen Smith, Robbie Page, and some other guys.
And the Santa Cruz boys.
Me, Joe, and
the Vagabonds.
Ollie and Taylor Crabb. I want to know how we would perform in that tournament. I definitely want to know.
Bro, it's all about the chemistry, bro. It's all about the
chemistry.
chemistry.
We were just talking about this because we played 3s not for fun. We played 4s a lot with – we've played with the Crabs and played 3s with Troy and Taylor on the grass. And we were wondering how we would stack up against them on the grass. I think it'd be a really interesting game.
Dude,
I don't know. I think our team chemistry helps us so much.
Dude, we this is also a thing. Now that Taylor Sander is on the beach, which means he has and Taylor Crabb goes to all these tournaments, there is a high chance that this summer they will be playing each other in grass, some way, some shape, somehow. We'll record it and we'll put it out. If it's not an actual tournament, they're gonna pick up some setter. They'll probably pick up Troy Field. That's what they'll probably pick up as their setter or something like that. Someone who can block as well. And I think there's gonna be a game between those guys and our guys because they're probably like, we want to beat. We hear all this crap about them. I'm serious. I think that's gonna happen. I really think that's gonna happen.
Dude, I'm confident. I'm confident.
So am I. Oh, 100% confident. That's gonna be an insane game. We could get people to. We could be like, hey, you guys want to come and watch? This is proper location.
The
Exactly.
McKibbins put together a little.
Have a little collab thing.
Event.
Yeah, we should. We definitely should. If we could have like a collab thing with them, 100%.
Yeah, we
about it,
definitely should. We definitely
Because we're
should.
also working on like a little. Well, we can't. I don't know if we can talk about that yet, Joe.
No, we cannot.
Okay. On the DL. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot.
But
Sorry,
who would we want to pick up? Who would we want to pick up?
That's good. That's a good question. I don't know. I was thinking. I was like,
You saying
Alvaro.
for sand fours?
For sand fours.
what
Who
about
would you
Evan?
guys-
Evan Corey on the right. Wouldn't be bad.
Where are you gonna play, on the left, and I play in the middle?
Oh, wait, what?
No,
I
you
thought
need
it's
somebody
two
in the
in the
middle.
front row.
We need somebody to hit middle.
I would hit middle. Dude, that's my favorite ball. Is that 2-ball in the middle? I love the 2-ball in the middle.
Wait. How does 4v4?
Gage,
How
it's
do they
fours.
run?
There's no. What do you mean? How do you run? It's
I
volleyball.
thought it's two. Oh, okay. Oh, that means I gotta hit. Oh, so I'd be on the right. Never mind.
One person sets. That means you got 3 hitters.
Yeah.
Four minus 1.
That means I'm.
We'd have to bank on some defense because
No, you
we
play
would
with 2
be
blockers.
90. I think we'd have to be 3. Probably 2.
No,
2.
they go 2. Rip balls and play 2. Serve hard.
Yeah, we'd be in some trouble actually.
Bro, you just got a short serve
No,
behind the
we played
center.
4 sand, we'd be in some trouble. 3 is
Bro, we
grass.
played 4 sand this.
No,
this summer
4
with
sand would be fine. 4 sand
Taylor
would be
Crabb.
fine.
Yeah, but
We'd find a
Gage
way.
isn't Gage on the grass in the sand.
That's true. All right. Here's
Valid.
the thing. I have lost.
we
All right,
we ran into
listen,
some
listen.
issues there. We ran
Whoa.
into some small issues there.
I have lost 15 pounds. I just want to point that out, and I feel light. And I was thinking about this. If I had to like play like fours, like seriously on the sand, I would have significant training. I would actually go in. If you guys told me, hey,
Okay.
we're playing fours, I could get to that level. I know I could. I just need a few
All right.
reps and a few less cheeseburgers.
Yeah, because dude, we would need
Dude,
some serious
I get it.
help.
Oh no, I get it. I can't. I was.
And Troy, dude, I'm telling you right now, Troy and Chase, that team is a problem too. Because I played Troy. I didn't actually get to play him, but Troy in fours is an animal, and so
True.
is Chase.
The one thing is we just have to be dialed on our serves, dude. We'd have to
thing-
be.
I
bringing
know,
it
but
on
it's
serves.
not even like that.
I know it's harder too for sure.
It's
on the
smaller,
grass.
yeah.
But wait, do they do let serves or no let serves?
I think we'd need the grass. We would need the grass.
Oh
I think-
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I think
Our best game's the grass for sure.
I think we'd need the grass. I think on the sand, these guys are here. They're destroying us. That's also where they play.
Yeah.
I think
Like this is their element. I think we'd get destroyed.
I don't think
on the-
so.
I
Let
don't
me tell
think
you
we
why.
get
Let me tell you
destroyed,
why.
Micah, because we got heart. We got the heart.
That's true. We do get the heart, dude. Mike, I'm telling you right now because think about, all right. Let's talk about the 4v4 tournaments that we played this summer when it comes to beach. We did not have. You rarely had a surrounding cast around you, and now you could say, okay, they didn't. But a lot of the swings that looked amazing also weren't that. Now Troy bouncing balls. Now Chase, he's more chippy. He's not bouncing. If you have me and Joe back there and someone else back there, we're gonna dig him. Troy, you in the hard cross, just get someone on the line. And we just go
Dude,
from there.
I'm telling you, man.
you right now. I'm telling you right now. We get someone
Who's
good
gonna
on the
put
right.
the ball away for us?
You, me, a lot lighter
Against
gauge.
them?
Dude,
This
I'm
is
telling you,
ridiculous.
if need be,
block out.
and we just need one other guy. We can get a big guy. We can get someone else, dude. I'm telling
Yeah,
you
we
right
would need
now.
it. We would need. That's the issue. Is the person we'd pick up would need to carry us.
No, Micah, you're fine
It
on the
wouldn't
beach.
just be a fill-in.
I would get to
Bro.
where I needed to be on the beach, and we get one other person. I'm telling you, what are the? What do you want? Get Micah Christensen
Listen
out
to
there.
me,
I don't
listen
know.
to me. Listen to me.
TJ.
Oh yeah, TJ.
What are they? Duh. Dude, TJ would be so down too. We should play.
Yeah,
we should have a
yeah.
circuit. We should have a circuit. We should have a 4. I guess we can do. 4-man
TJ would
grass.
help a lot because that man is an animal on the sand.
What if we had What if we did? A
He's the
circuit
best
thing?
guy on the sand that we have, no doubt.
Yeah.
From the indoor too, he's the best.
Better than
beach player.
Taylor or TJ. Taylor or TJ.
I think
haven't seen-
TJ's just played like recently a lot still. Like that guy's played his whole life too. Taylor has too,
crap.
but I feel like DeFalco's played. He's played in like Worlds and youth and juniors on the beach. I don't know if Taylor has. Sander has.
I think he'll pick it up pretty quick.
We'll pick
I
up.
think he definitely will. But I think TJ in his current form would probably be a little bit more consistent. Maybe he's just more beachy right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Even though Sander is one of the best volleyball players I've ever seen.
Dude,
I think TJ. Okay. I think we can do something. I think we would be undersized.
Imagine our defense, dude. Imagine our defense for all four of us. Think about that. Blocking, not so much. We don't need blocking. It's okay. No need to minimize cost.
No need. The other team. The other team is literally Taylor Sander. We're gonna have to block.
You and TJ just double block.
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
Everything's high ball.
Dude,
we bomb serves.
They're going over me. I don't think you understand.
That's good. Dude, easy to defend.
But if someone goes over you, you know where they're going too.
Yes,
and that's why Joe and I are back there.
If somebody just goes over, it's the easiest ball.
No,
to
he's not. He's going around and over. He's gonna bounce around.
No.
But I do believe on the grass that I like our chances. I do like our chances on the grass because Gage just passes half the court. That's something that's super underrated. People don't understand how more than half the court. Like,
yeah, I'm like,
it's an indoor. It's a freaking indoor court out there.
Yeah,
it's a big court, and there's only.
And I will be honest, dude. Like, I've seen all those guys play, and they don't provide the service pressure you need on the grass. Like,
yeah, Taylor Sanders does not provide the service pressure.
No, well, Taylor's. Dude, what we're doing is we're pushing them right. If they hear this, we're freaking playing these guys.
Dude, we're getting them on the podcast in the next couple of weeks here, dude.
Dude, we're gonna keep this narrative going, and they're gonna be like, "Frick."
Who do you think would be the best 4-man team from the indoor?
For indoor or grass or what surface?
Or not 3-man grass from the indoor national team. It can't be any of us and any of the people we've mentioned.
Micah Christensen. We mentioned TJ. TJ would be pretty gnarly. I don't know how Matt would be. Matt's a really good passer, though, too. And he can serve like crazy. But quickness, the speed, is just, but he plays in Italy. That's a quick, I don't know.
What do you think? I think Micah. I think TJ.
We mentioned TJ.
Okay, no TJ. Well, then,
Triples.
Then maybe Ron.
Oh, damn, yeah.
Aaron Russell.
He'd be pretty
Micah.
good.
It's a pretty high reach.
Either
Joe's got him.
Garrett, or Matt.
Dude, Aaron, no. Aaron showed up to the Rochester one a couple years ago. Remember we were talking to those guys, and he lost. Yeah. And he lost in the final to some like random guys.
And he played in Pottstown, I think.
Pottstown, yeah, didn't win.
With his dad?
I don't know about.
I think he played with his dad or something like that.
But he played with a legit team up in Rochester, and lost to some like.
It's not the same.
One of the teams we beat, yeah, it's dude. Grass is it is a little bit different. Like just, I don't know. Because the serving, yeah.
I know.
We need to have
I hope we can do some of this.
We will. Dude, we're all gonna be
the best. Listen, the best international grass team would be Poland. These guys would be so nasty at grass. And second would probably be France. These guys would be so nasty at grass.
Dude,
imagine how
imagine how Mckibbin would be on the grass, dude. Too.
Oh my, dude, he's nasty. Dude, I didn't realize he's that tall.
Huge. He's ginormous.
Dude, he's that tall. I need to look up how tall 2'9" is.
Dude, I saw his block. I was like, what the what? He's like 6'10".
He hit some balls again because we played him in Champions League last year. We're like, that was right as he started. He played us the second match he started for Trento.
Jesus, 82 inches, 82 point something inches. All right, let's find out.
7'3".
Gage is a math major.
I
I took a math class once in college.
Yeah, this is a big
How tall?
individual.
How tall? How many feet?
I think he's 6'10".
Yeah,
Damn,
that's
I'm
about
good.
right.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that guy.
And
that guy
his
would be-
level of
that-
reception, his ball control, dude, is yeah. He's a big time player.
Outsides would just be so nasty at this game. Like
Oh yeah.
Slivka, Ingapeth. Who else
Where's
would
the
be-
out of system boys?
Would be, who would even get?
Well, if
slapped?
there's an
I
international
wonder
tournament.
if he would get 5 points. I wonder if we'd get
Oh,
5.
dude.
We
You just gotta
would.
send from the serving, dude.
I'm telling you, bro.
Grass serving is like it's hard to pass. Like good serves on the grass, I feel like.
Yeah, exactly. We're talking about the best servers in the world.
Namir
No, no,
back
no.
there serving.
No, 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 guys.
Namir serving on the
Yeah.
grass.
Guys, there's
Can
a
you
let.
imagine passing 2 in the mirror? Dude, every single ball you'd be laying out just with sending a prayer for getting a touch on it.
No, guys. Remember, there's a let rule. We'd be completely fine. Don't. They don't have the pivots.
Let. We just try to call let every serve.
You didn't hear that? You didn't hear that?
I swear to God.
He clipped the tape.
Yeah. Also, guys, we play on a 9-foot net. It's fun.
But I do really like I'm super stoked with Mckibbin. They've been talking about
Yeah.
trying to do a 4-man tour
Circuit?
for a long time. Yeah, for a long time. They've been talking about that for a long, long time. And this is their first. This isn't their first. This is their continuation of a lot of sick 4-man events that they've been putting on. They're all on YouTube. You guys should check them out. They do some really sick stuff.
And like
4-man's
They're
sick.
They're really cool dudes, man.
Yeah.
I really like the McKibbin, so props to them. Congrats to Riley on a new baby and Maddie on getting married.
So,
And congrats on this too.
do they play AVP anymore, or they just?
No,
Oh,
no,
really? They're retired.
They're just doing the media stuff. They're working for Wilson and also their own brand.
I had no
But
idea.
they're just doing volleyball media, which is just so sick, man. They do
Yeah.
such a good job. They're kind of like some of the first people in the space, I would say.
Yeah.
They're the
You
ones
gotta
that broke it
show-
open for sure.
You gotta show respect to where respect is due, or where credit is due, I guess. Give
We'd be down to
credit
playing
where
a 4. Get
And
TJ out there.
They deserve some good. They deserve some credit.
Totally.
I'm trying to think if there's anyone else that was doing it before them.
No.
Donnie
Not in
with
volleyball.
Elevate Yourself?
Jordan Lars. I mean,
That guy?
what is Jordan?
But it's different. Like there's
It's
a like
different, yeah, it's
it's like
different.
tutorial. Like
Yeah. Totally.
even they got into that world for a little bit and
Yeah,
it wasn't my
that's
favorite content for me. For me,
I know-
like it wasn't my
It was cool, and I think a lot of people get a lot out of it. Like
yeah.
I think
They got a
like
crap
YouTube.
ton of
I
views.
learned so much stuff on YouTube, and if I was not aspiring, but like if I was a man in Manhattan Beach that lived on the beach and wanted to start learning volleyball, it'd be a great place to go and look up and start.
True.
So it's like it serves a really good purpose. It's just I think for us, we think of it as something different.
Totally.
Okay,
No, I
the
get that.
McKibbins are one of the OGs, but they're not the OG. Shout out to Coach Donnie. Elevate yourself. He's been doing this for
That's what
10
I said.
years. Never
The
mind. I'm gonna
OG?
Shut my mouth.
That's what literally I
Oh,
just said.
Joe, the OG.
Danny
I didn't
kinda.
say.
Danny kinda.
The OG Danny Kinda. Dude,
Danny kinda.
What happened to that guy?
huge shout out to Danny Kinda. If people are I feel like that's a culture thing right there. If you know your volleyball, if you've been around,
Danny kinda.
you know that college is just a skipping step and willing to fly over.
He just one day just fell off when the world needed him most. Where did he go?
When the
He
world needed him
vanished.
most. Or you can't beat Brazil on a high net. Can't beat Brazil.
That's
Dude,
so
lowest
ingenious.
point. You got to
We
put the
should
ball
find
up.
that guy, dude. That
But
should be our
we need-
that should be
We should find him.
our mission for next summer.
We should find him, and we should also do a Danny Kinda remake.
Yes.
We should definitely do both of those things.
Yes. I agree. Well, all right. I like this talk a lot, and we're gonna start up a lot of crap for this, and once people start, we just gotta continue this narrative. and then
everything. Be like, come
at
us.
We're gonna get some events next summer for sure. We're gonna get called for sure.
Hey, one other thing I want to talk about. What if because so we can't announce anything yet. But also, I wanted to start doing maybe like a short court tournament. That'd be so sick.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
That's possible. Would we go for the grass or would we go for the indoor short court?
Indoor. You set up a short court tournament, and you got to go indoor.
Right, 100%. But short court, the company that would probably be backing us on that. They're also grass system though.
Yeah, and we could. For those of you that didn't see that short court video that we did, we could have a championship there. We should do a video there again. If they would have us, if they would let us, we could bring the Mckibbins there and have a little showdown there.
Exactly.
And just imagine like Taylor Sander on that court.
Dude, we would have some issues to deal with.
Micah was hitting everyone. Oh my god.
Or TJ just blasting balls off.
Like, yeah, we're not blocking the ball in the court. He just hits it as hard as he can in our hands, and it's gone.
We would just need to create a domain where like you can obviously at the house there's the roof that you can play it off of, but we need to create like a little domain where you could they blast off the hands, it could just come flying back and you can still try and play it.
Yeah, like a little glass arena.
More like bulletproof. Bulletproof.
Like kind of like
a racquetball court.
Exactly. Kind of like racquetball, but only where there's panels in only certain places. So like the ball could either go through and you don't get it, or like you get lucky and it hits a panel and bounces back. Imagine Gage just being under it, like go block out, and he's like sitting right under the panel, just hoping.
That's what I do right now. They have me digging and hitting lines. I don't know how they do that for Poland or Germany.
They did it in France. We did it in France.
Yeah, usually they're like, okay, they did that in a little Hawaii. They're like, okay, aim deep. They're like, full blast. Gage stand at the 10-foot line. What the fuck? I'm like, this guy's like, I had to sit out one time because one guy blasted my face, started bleeding on the court. And I'm fine. I'm like, all right, next play. But they're like, no, you got to get it all cleaned up. Got to get non-pre-wrap tape on your face. But I think that'd be. Would you guys ever try IYCHTH, which is like foot volleyball?
I'd try it.
I'm not good. I'm not good with my feet like that.
Me neither.
That's not our thing.
That's true. We need our hands. We need to do something with our hands.
Yeah,
that's a sport you should go get soccer players for, not volleyball players.
I feel like we should try that one time though. IYCHTH. Screw it.
We could try it.
Play it.
But I don't think it'd look very good. We wouldn't be able to keep it going very long.
Have you ever played the real or like the ace where you can get the ball and like score it in the zone? Have you ever played that?
No, I don't think so.
That would be a very interesting game to play as well, because it kind of becomes like tackle football.
What?
Yeah, you've never heard about that?
Why haven't we played this?
I've only played it like twice, but it gets gnarly. That's why. Yeah, this sounds like right up our alley.
I'm sure their judgment gets clouded the longer the game goes. I'll just say that.
Yeah, it would be a really interesting one that would be an interesting one to have a tournament of.
Helmet. Guys, helmet.
That'd be so sick.
Hey, for you guys, before we sign off here, if you were to dress up this year for Halloween, what would you guys dress up as?
Maybe you should have a Bulgarian Halloween. I learned about that this year. First of all, I don't know. I haven't really dressed up in a while. I dressed up as a werewolf like 3 years in a row. But in in Bulgaria, before I answer that question, in Bulgaria, I was like, so do you guys have like trick or treat over here? And I was like, do you guys have Halloween? They're like, not really. The kids, like said, it's less than like you said in Poland. They have it a little bit here. They're like, not really. He's like, what we do instead. This is what we do instead. Like, we go to a beach, and we go in the woods. And we get a big fire going. I'm like, with kids? They're like, no kids. And we get really drunk. We drink a lot of alcohol. And we just start jumping over the fire back and forth. And they're like, yeah, last year our coach fell on the fire. And Burgess was wearing the team sweatpants, so he couldn't wear the sweatpants the rest of the year.
No No way.
Yeah. And the coach, because everyone was in sweatpants next trip, and he had no sweatpants. And the coach's like, where's your sweatpants? He's like, I forgot them at home. But he couldn't use them the rest of the year.
Wait, the coach?
No, the coach. He was the captain who burned his sweats.
Oh, the captain. Oh, okay.
Because they get really drunk, and then they just start like running on the fire too. I'm like, that's Halloween in Bulgaria. I'm like, what, dude? The holidays they have here, they're like, oh yeah, every holiday here, they just get hammered. They're like, all right, time to get hammered, and we're gonna go dressed in traditional clothing, and the rest of us are gonna be in underwear, and we're just gonna start playing in the band. And like for like 10 minutes straight and freezing, they have like frozen lakes, and they open it. They all just start getting hammered, and like half these guys are in traditional Bulgarian clothes playing like then they go in the lake and they just start playing it, and then the other guys who aren't playing are like in underwear, and they're all just like together. I'm like, what the hell is going on around here? The holidays, because I'm like, anyway, back to your question. What would I dress up as? I haven't done anything. I was thinking about that. I haven't done anything for Halloween in forever.
Dude, somebody dressed up as an out-of-system fanboy.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty sick.
For Halloween. For a Halloween party. That was their costume.
That was pretty sick. Sweatshirt, the slunks, the shirt.
I don't know what I would be.
Joe, what would you be?
I would be... trying to think from this year if there's anything creative. Nothing creative. I always like Batman. Or I like the Joker. The Joker was my favorite costume.
Joe's Joker, Marvel.
I would be James Bond because I just saw it. James Bond.
Is it good?
It's good, dude. There's a plot twist in there. I won't say anything until you watch it, but there's something there. I'm like, what?
Wait, is it in a? Is there any? Really quick about James Bond. Is there any part of James Bond where it's in a different language? I'm sorry.
No.
Okay. No, like someone's speaking, because if I go there and I watch in Bulgaria here, it translates to Bulgarian, so I don't know what the hell's going on. So I can't see half the movies, and they're in 3D, which makes me so mad. Anyways.
Also, we played TJ this weekend, and they're not letting us postpone, even though half our team can't play.
Are you able to play?
No.
Rip.
I can't play. Both our starting middles can't play. Both our other foreign outsides can't play. Our backup opposite can't play, and our starting opposite, we don't know if he can play. And they're not letting us redo it. How ridiculous is that?
Getting you while you down, man.
How would you not let a team postpone it? We have like 6 players, and 2 of them are liberos. Why wouldn't you just let us?
Wait, no way. Your liberos are hitting?
The coach said that he might let the backup libero hit. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah. Dude, our team was so bad. We had our 4th string. He's only there for half the practice because he's also a firefighter. He's like retired, but he's somehow on the team. He's like a firefighter, and he used to be a libero, but now he's retired, and he was our outside the other match because our team's slowly getting back. Anyways, just remember, guys. Addison 20, Dr. Price Electronics, link in the bio.
Smooth transition.
Thank you.
And bro, I'm so mad at how slow our subscribers are going. Everybody hit the damn notification subscription button. We get some videos where we get like way more views than we do subscribers. Like, people, hit the subscribe button. It helps us out. You know, we're trying to make moves.
Joe's freaking pissed. Hit the freaking subscribe button. George McVlog is not having anything right now. Subscribe. Just remember, if you can't handle it, you get out of the damn kitchen. This has been another episode presented by IYCHTH.